If you've tried to buy beef lately, you've probably noticed limits on how much you can buy and how much it costs now. Those high prices led the president and a dozen states to call for a criminal investigation into potential price fixing within the nation's meatpacking plants. KXAN investigator Jody Barr went to see what's going on.
If you're worried there aren't enough cattle to keep the grocery stores stocked,
70, 680.
that's not the problem. Ranchers are bringing hundreds of thousands of cattle to auctions across Texas, but not all of them are making it to the meat packers.
We run cattle, sheep, and goats.
Rusty Redden is one of those ranchers. He says he's losing around $300 a head because meat packers have set the auction price at around $1 a pound. But since the pandemic, they're not slaughtering as many cows, leading to high prices and empty meat counters across the country.
At the mercy of the packers, they offer what they want. You can't go ask for what you want. You got to take what they give.
When a rancher sells cattle at auction, it's sent to a feedlot, then on to slaughterhouses, also known as packing plants, that sell the meat to restaurants and grocery stores. According to cattle ranchers, 4 packers control nearly all of the nation's meat packaging. What they earn off a single cow is called the cutout weight. That's the useful meat off a single cow.
This is the beef cutout. The way it opened on May the 12th is $475.68.
Wayne Geistwaite owns the Gillespie auction. He says the cutout prices today are higher than he's ever seen.
They're almost doubling their money on what we are losing money on and what the consumer is paying an excess amount of money for.
A trip through the meat section at the grocery store shows you're paying for it, and there are now limits on how much you can buy.
Does that indicate that something is not working correctly in this process?
That's what's put the burr under my saddle, as we say out here in cowboy country.
Texas Agricultural Commissioner Sid Miller asked the Justice Department to investigate what he suspects could be price fixing.
Usually, when cattle prices go down, it's reflected at the meat counter. When prices went down this time, we have all record high prices. So it's just not going the way it should in a free market system. This looks like to me we are not using the free market system that's being manipulated.
And this could be criminal conduct.
I believe it is. I believe they will be prosecuted.
The North American Meat Institute, known as NAMI, is the nation's largest meat packaging trade association. They told us this all comes down to labor reductions at plants because of COVID-19. Worker infections led to some plants shutting down. Ranchers tell us that's cut the number of cattle slaughtered each day by 1/3. The association told us meat packers need and rely on their livestock suppliers. We believe they have operated in the marketplace with integrity, and we are confident have acted appropriately.
48 days.
Some ranchers fear if this goes on, they might be forced out of the cattle business. Rusty Redden's hoping he'll see the other side of this.
We've been there for, 30 and 40 years in this. We've been through ups and downs, but it'll come through. We'll make it through.
Calls for antitrust investigations into the nation's meat packers is also coming from the nation's highest office. President Trump asked for an investigation 1 week ago. Since then, 11 attorneys general across the nation have also asked for Justice Department investigations. Some on Capitol Hill, though, saw this coming in March. 4 senators asked the Justice Department for an investigation then, when the meat packers' cutout prices were just over $200. Today, that price has climbed to nearly $500. We wanted to ask the U.S. Justice Department whether it's launched investigations, but the agency did not respond to us. The point here, if you're planning to buy beef, you'd better be ready to pay record prices for it.
And Jody, we have seen reports from across the country that people are worried about a beef shortage. What did you find out about that?
Well, Sydney, the ag commissioner told me there is no shortage of cattle out there, but the problem, ranchers told me, is that the meat packers have cut production, meaning they kill fewer cattle, leading to limited supplies in stores, and are now charging the highest beef prices ever recorded.
And Jody mentioned there's been several coronavirus cases linked to beef plants. One near Amarillo is a hotspot for cases in Moore County, which has the highest known infection rate in Texas. KXAN's Tom Miller spoke with Texas Tribune reporter Alana Rocha about the company's change of heart to test their employees.
Alana, we've reported that the JBS beef plant north of Amarillo has been tied to a rapidly growing cluster of coronavirus cases. State health officials say the plant initially rejected efforts to test all its employees. Now it's switching gears. What's changed?
Well, our report from yesterday, we hit publish on a story that acknowledged the fact that they had declined the state's offer to test its 3,000 employees, 10% of whom have tested positive for COVID-19, and the company initially declined. Almost as soon as we hit publish yesterday, they came out with a statement saying they're working out the logistics and plan to start having their workers tested by the state as soon as next week. You know, they were hesitant, according to our reporting, talking with employees who had tested positive and family members, that the company was slow to acknowledge that they had a problem, acknowledge these positive tests, and then also not notify people who had come into contact with the positive people, hence seeing the rapid contagious rate there.